there, Vault Dwellers. Follow us as we take a topic from the Fallout universe and discuss it in a group of diverse individuals. We are the Fallout Roundtable. Join us, the conversation has already started.
That's right, Jaxxis, in our new intro. We are the Fallout Roundtable, and welcome to another episode. Tonight is the final episode of the year 2023. It's going to be epic, and then we're going to talk about what's next in 2024. But before we do that, how about you rate, review, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fallout Roundtable. You know where to find us. Just type on that search bar. Look up us up on Twitter at FalloutRTB on Twitter, and our email, falloutrtb@gmail.com. Send us an email there also. But before we do, how about we meet everyone else? It's not just me. Your host, Maverick Stone, is here. We got Jaxxis, we got Sassylady, and we got Erick, our special guest of the evening.
Made that sound so anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I know.
He should be like the hyped up one because he's the guest.
And Erick.
And Erick.
You gotta give him an extra syllable. That's what you gotta do. You gotta give him
Is that better?
Don't worry, I'll add clapping in there. It'll be great.
Thank you so much.
Woo! Also, before we go, I'd like to give a big old shout out to the Detroit Lions.
Where are we
winning
going?
Clinching the NFC North for the
Nowhere.
first time in 30 years, wearing their jersey. Yeah. So, but let's talk about year in recap 2023. Let's get onto it. Let's go.
Okay.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Let's go.
We're going. It's moving.
So here we are, the end of the year.
Woohoo!
And
Yep.
I figured we could just go around and talk about like what were your greatest moments from 2023, like gaming wise, or I don't know if you got something really personal that you want to talk about. That's cool, whatever. But like, what made 2023 great for you?
Yeah.
Keep it clean. And
Oh no.
oh yeah,
It depends on.
I want to hear about your first time.
No.
I mean, we don't want to know about that. We'll just go around and we'll talk about like what was
Took a trip to the Starlight Drive-In with a special somebody.
I got to first base. Okay, who wants to go first?
I'd like to go first.
All right, Mav, you go first.
Maverick Stone, or
The
just
hostess
Maverick.
with
The hostess with the mostest. We're coming up on year number 2. Didn't think we'd make it this far, but
think
here
You
we
didn't
are.
think we'd make it to
Dance
episode 2. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we didn't even know if we're going to make it past
What do you
episode
guys
2.
think? I just think I could.
I
Just see
am
my
one
dance
of
moves.
If you're
those
doing dance
moves.
moves, this is the Maverick.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was
yeah.
the Cornholio.
The cornholio. Mm.
You got to catch
For
us.
all of our audio listeners,
You got to
I
catch
have my hands up. I have my hands down, moving this side to side. Like
catch it
so.
on YouTube. It's so much better.
Just watch us up on
Anybody's ever
YouTube
watched
or
our YouTube feed. It's like that all the time.
It's like this all the time.
yeah, it is.
He's very
because I had
animated.
my Mountain Dew today.
Oh no.
Nice.
He's
I had
animated.
my
And
Mountain
caffeine
Dew.
and Mav.
I had both of them.
Wait,
You had
both?
both of those?
I had both of them.
Isn't there a limit like per day?
No,
No.
never.
God.
Wow. I think my heart would
All right.
explode.
Tell us about your 2023,
Probably.
Mav.
My
Your
2023
greatest
as founder and creator of the Fallout Roundtable was epic. I liked it. I went to Las Vegas with Jaxxis to represent the show at
That one.
Good Springs, Nevada. I brought my mom with me, who had probably the most best time ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You
So
getting
cool.
getting know people, meeting new people at the Pioneer Saloon. Finally meeting Steven Stats, old man liver in person, who's just an awesome guy.
I bet that was
To be honest, he is what you see
He strikes
on
me
our
like
stream.
that.
He's epic. He's everywhere.
That's definitely exactly what he
Oh yeah.
shows
that's-
himself to be.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I mean, everybody should be that way.
Met some new people out in
I think-
Nevada.
There's Mav and
Oh
his
God.
ma.
Yeah, there's me with a
I was like, oh my God, did I
goatee.
crash?
Yeah, the screen went black for a
There's
second. I was like,
there's
oh,
me
God.
with a goatee. The only reason why I don't have facial hair today is because I screwed up shaving. I went up too high. Now I gotta
Up
regrow
too
it.
high.
On my
As long
goatee,
as
I
you
was
keep
trying
it
to
even,
trim
it's
it.
fine.
I was trying to
Oh,
trim
okay.
it. And there's good old Steven Stats, old man liver.
With that awesome helmet.
God,
Yeah,
it
the
was so
gold
fun
that's
to
on
watch
that helmet there, I mentioned before on the other episode. is-
Gold leaf.
That's actual gold leaf that he
Yeah, it
put
is.
on that.
It's
That's
like,
crazy.
whoa.
Pretty
Yeah.
sweet. And if you're watching, notice these like in the background, check out the awesome cosplay. Like there was so much cool cosplay there.
Oh, the costume contest
cool.
was awesome
Really good
to
stuff
go
there.
through. I still need to give the footage to Jaxxis because I keep forgetting to.
Was there when you guys I haven't watched the one on YouTube yet with Steven, did you have a lot of stuff like that on the YouTube one that you did, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of this is up there on the YouTube episode.
Well, pretty much all of this is.
Yeah,
There's an interview
everything
with
is
them.
up there except for maybe the
Sure.
costume contest, which I haven't given
Yeah,
Jaxxis
I
the
only had like a
footage.
short clip of the costume contest, and it was.
I filmed
It
the
was
whole
actually,
thing.
Oh, you should have given it to him before they put it up. Been fun.
I
I'll
forgot
upload it as a
to.
ticket.
Okay.
Maybe you can upload it as like just the costume contest because that would be fun to see.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I got really from the costume.
Power
I have a
Armor is
little short video of
awesome.
these guys running up on
Didn't
stage.
Those
the-
guys are
Granny Smith.
Yeah.
amazing.
They won
That's
the group
great.
contest.
They
Amazing.
won the group contest. Those guys were
That's
awesome.
commitment. It's so
I'm
good.
trying to remember who won the single one. I know what she
This
looks
the girl
like.
who played
Yeah, I know what I
the
know.
character that doesn't talk with the
Oh
bald
yeah,
head.
New
it
Vegas,
was
yeah.
Christine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Christine.
Christine.
She
Yeah,
didn't talk the whole time.
yeah.
No,
she
she
stayed in
didn't.
character.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
I think that'd be easy if you were an introvert. Be like, I'm in character. you
Yeah,
know, that'd be
I don't
like the
wanna- I
best.
just don't want to talk.
Just
to
carry
people.
Yeah,
around
just
a
like I'm
notebook
too
paper, yeah.
anxious to talk to people, so therefore I'm mute. I can't. I'm missing a tongue. I can't talk. It's like pretty sweet. Like works.
Yeah, I thought since he mentioned it, I would just pop that on there and share. it real
Yeah.
quick.
For sure.
Yeah, you can see more of this on the YouTube episode that we did with Steven Stats, Jaxxis and I did. Yeah. Along with some other stuff like making it to episode 50.
Mhm.
Where we did we did that episode of Steven Stats also. Just Jaxxis and I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't think that we'd come that way. And we're almost up to 10,000 downloads as of-
Jaxxis's audio is lower than the rest. Oh,
Oh.
Have you said much? We
not
had
a
that
whole
last
lot.
time.
I'll just make sure I talk loud.
You're like, ah.
I was gonna say we had that last time, didn't we? Where your audio was quieter than everybody else.
No,
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Which is odd because I've
Yeah,
got
just
this
talk loud.
really overpriced microphone.
I got my cheapy Blue Yeti. See?
I got my
Yeah.
HyperX.
It's an advertisement for Shure microphones right there, guys. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all right.
he sounds like he's whispering.
So yeah, there's
Your noise suppression is great. Suppresses everything.
yeah.
It suppresses all sound.
It suppresses everything.
So was there
Surely
anything
not so
else for
great.
you in 2023 besides going to Vegas to New Vegas days and getting to hang out with Jaxxis?
I mean, like I said, getting to episode 50, I didn't think we'd make it that far. I thought we'd implode before then.
Wow, I mean the tenacity of this crew beyond your wildest expectations.
No, not because of the crew. It's because of me.
Oh, you would
Kidding.
implode. That I believe you. I think we're trying really hard to not let you implode.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
just jacked the gain up on this bad boy.
Check it. Do it. Don't
Yeah.
let your dreams be dreams. So just do it. Sorry. I
Sounds
want.
like a Nike
I've,
commercial.
I've
You are
always,
so random sometimes. I'm like,
I've
what?
always wanted to
if
do
it's
that
a
meme.
commercial that airs during football, he's like, yeah, I know it. Anything else, he probably is like, I'm not familiar with that.
I mean, D&D I'm pretty good with. I do a lot of D&D also. I
I do a
on
lot of
YouTube.
I love
Jaxxis
D&D. I have a
sounds muffled.
100-sided die. It was like
Okay.
$30.
Did
It's
you buy it in
about the,
2023? If you did, it's relevant. If
Yeah.
you didn't, move on. Anything
Do I
else
still
in
sound muffled?
2023?
not much. I mean, podcast related. We did a lot of good stuff. Yeah, not really. If you think about it. So
She was
yeah.
growling at something outside, so I figured I'd distract her from that.
There you go. What do I gotta do with mine?
Distraction.
Somehow my phone got on talk to text, so I have like a whole. It's like typing everything.
Boom. All right. So
There we go. All right. So,
Oh.
Jaxxis,
Hi.
you're
What,
done
is
with
it my turn?
2023. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
You. Jaxxis
what
got
is
nothing.
your 2023
Maverick's
looking
got
like?
nothing. Jaxxis, why don't you go?
All right. Is my sound still muffled there, Lee? Can you hear
He
me?
said it was.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
A cat.
Oh, anyway. Yes, muffled. What does he mean by muffled, though?
I don't know.
Like,
Sit up and speak from your diaphragm.
if
Come
I
on,
speak
Mr.
in
Voice Actor.
with any more projection in my voice, I'm gonna blow this damn thing up.
Blow it up.
That's what I'm thinking. Is maybe I got the gain up or something, you know?
I have no idea.
Did you check? Well, I don't know if you have say. Yeah.
I've got all kinds of settings I can go through. It's just figuring out what, like, because he says I'm muffled.
No, you're fine. You're just a little low.
You sound okay to us. You're just to me. I mean, I don't know how you're sitting, but it looks like you're like you're like doing that cruise back kind of thing and with the mic in your face. And I know that when I do that, I talk more chest voice, less diaphragm.
Be
voice.
like
that. That's what it looks like you're doing. I don't know if you are, but that's what it looks like. Are you trying to join the club
Do
here?
re mi fa sol la ti do. I mean,
hell yeah.
Just like I saw a dog getting pet-ins and I was like super jelly. What are you doing? Oh no, you can't have that.
well, I jacked the
Trying
gain
to
up
get
at
up
one
here.
point, so I thought that would make me louder, and I thought,
No.
oh, that might have just created more poo-poo sound. I don't know.
So Jaxxis, what's your 2023 looking like over there?
Excuse my armpit.
Like, well, where to begin?
I know, right?
I was at the event, and so he stole my thunder there.
Of course, I always do.
Usually,
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's at that event, so that would be my one little call out. Are you being attacked by your dog?
Well, she's trying to attack my desk because I had candy on here. And so
Okay.
Candy.
I knew a girl named Candy.
Loompa.
stop with
Anyway.
the Oompa. Shh, shh, shh.
I'm
And
so
actually-
sorry about that.
No, you're not.
There, I'm
You're
setting
like,
up.
this will
Is
be
that
cool.
This would be a new thing to
better?
do.
Move this over here. How about like this? Maybe if I just stick it like this, or like right against
Eat
my
that
face.
mic. That works.
Hello.
So
Hello.
Yeah.
what else besides
uh,
Vegas?
hello.
I'm sure you have like a fresher take, like a different take on Vegas than Mav did. you have a
well,
different
considering
experience,
I was
like-
all over the place, that
That
doesn't
doesn't help.
help. Sorry.
First of all, you
think
didn't go with
I
your
was just being
mom.
facetious. So
You took your family and your family cosplayed, right?
yeah, my family did cosplay.
And they
My
looked
kids
pretty
were
good.
dressed up as vault dwellers, and of course I came as Wasteland Jax, to wearing my outfit and my vest and all my fancy assness.
Your fancy
Awesome.
assness.
My fancy
Sorry, I missed that.
assness.
Fancy assness.
I'll have to catch that next year.
Yeah. So and well, yeah, I'm on video in there somewhere. Multiple.
Are you?
locations.
Because I figured you were taking the pictures, so that's
Well,
why I never saw
except
you.
for the costume contest, I get caught. Like if you look at TKS Mantis's video, I pop up in there a lot in that one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I don't.
I think I saw you in somebody. Well, it may have been Jaxxis, but I saw you somewhere because you were sitting
Yeah.
at the table.
Yeah,
Well,
it's the costume contest then. So I'll
Probably.
sit at the table.
Oh, yeah, he was taking pictures from a table somewhere.
I was recording that thing.
I'm gonna stop thinking about the sound for right now. As long as you can hear what I say.
Yeah.
I know it'll come through in the podcast part fine.
Yeah, it's fine on the
Yeah.
podcast. So
It's always fine on the podcast.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
he's the editor.
So
No, I'm not. I'm just the guy that listens.
one thing
to
that was really
everything.
cool was the camping areas. So mind you, it's just a fenced area, and you got to keep the desert being the desert. So you can't really like level it off and do all this other jazz, So it's just an open area, but it was cool that they had that for everybody. I thought it was really neat. And Ben, he had brought this like way super expensive like tarp tent thing. It's basically an overhead
It's really
tarp, but
cool.
it had the sides on it and everything.
Yeah.
That thing was cool, man. Like you could fully stand up in it. It was like 10 by 10, It was
Okay.
there's a decent amount of room. You could actually put chairs and stuff inside, so everybody had a good spot to kick back.
Yeah.
I gotta stop reading. Debbie,
Keep talking, bro.
Anyway,
Yeah, just keep talking.
I'm letting myself get distracted because of the sound thing. Anyway,
Don't
We
worry
can
about
figure
it.
it
You'll
out
figure it
later.
out. You'll figure it out.
I'll spend 3 hours on a stream for no reason. I'll just, what are you doing? I don't know. Anyway,
don't
so
know.
The sound.
the music was incredible, and like, so the idea is that I had interviewed multiple people about their experience there, what they liked, what they didn't like, and of course the dislikes were all the same thing: long lines. One person was saying they couldn't find like free water, and there was like multiple spots that he had set
Oh,
up.
I remember
water.
this.
Like, did
Yes.
you look?
Yeah, but so he had it all set up for free water and everything, but he didn't have it like, hey, it's over here,
Oh,
and
he didn't
people
have
were just
neon
walking
arrows
around.
pointing and blinking.
Make
Yeah.
Vault Boy cutouts that'll point
There
to
you go.
Yeah,
Like people's camps where they're like, it's over here.
I just thought
That would
was
be
kind
funny,
of
actually.
humorous.
He
but-
should do that.
So one of the major things is like, they wanted more vendors and stuff like that, but we were dealing with the races.
Yeah.
Formula One. That's the word I was
Right.
looking for.
Formula
right.
One.
Yeah, like
I
they knew
have a
something was
dog
going on in
chewing on
Vegas.
me right now, and it's really
We all do.
yeah. Mine's
I think Mav's the only one that doesn't have dog issues right now.
Oh, my dogs are upstairs.
Can you do
but
that on-
there was a band from Spain there. That was the part that
Yes,
was really
I
cool.
remember that. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird. To me, that's kind of weird. I mean, like a band came all the way from Spain just to be at this event. Okay. But at the same time, there was a guy from Finland. Was it Finland? Yeah.
No, it was New Zealand.
Was it New Zealand? New Zealand.
Yeah, it was New Zealand. The guy farthest guy was New Zealand.
Canada. Like, I mean, people from all over the world were showing up to this event. There was like 4,000 people in and out of there just constantly. So it was quite the big event. Man, the food at the Pioneer Saloon is really good. So their prices are comparable to the quality that they give.
Yeah.
It's just I can't afford to do that all the time.
Not every day.
Me
God, no.
neither.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
if you're
those are the
broke
kind
like
of things.
me, go to McDonald's on your way in.
So anything in gaming, Jaxxis, that you want to talk about for 23?
What? No, I was talking about burgers, man. That's more important.
Burgers.
That's not just 23, dude. That's an all the time thing. So.
Okay. All right.
We love our
Gaming
burgers.
wise, so we had a new game launched, and-
Tell me more. Did you have
Tell
you
me
actually played
more.
it, though?
Tell me more.
Have you played it?
What?
The new game?
Well, there's a
What-
couple.
what
of games
Starfield.
Which
they
which
could be
new
referring
game?
to,
I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Which
played-
one?
Only talk
No,
about
I
the
played
games you played.
Starfield. I had a lot of fun with it to begin with. I have to be honest, and it kind of lost my attention after a while. I kind of started going, I'll just go back to doing these other things. And I don't know what the reason is. To be perfectly honest, it was a fun game. It's graphically intense, so it's
Oh, yeah.
cool. I got
I
to fly
agree.
ship around and stuff like that. It just
Graphically
didn't-
intense and where a lot of the NPCs walk around looking like they have hyperthyroid.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Yep.
feel like it lacked a story.
I don't
Oh,
feel like
I
that,
mean-
but I feel like it's a slow burn. Like it takes a while to get to it. Don't you feel that
Yeah.
way, Eric? Like it takes a while to get into it.
Once,
But once
yeah,
I
it
mean,
is
the
a
story's
big.
there.
I
and
can't
Once
really
you're
say
in it-
anything
with the
because I haven't
fragments and the
played it.
pieces, but it was
Yeah.
like
But once
I
you're
like-
in it, man, it's addictive.
There is a while
Yeah.
before there's that big reveal, and you'll
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about when you get there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
but-
what it is. I just get
and
too
then-
tired before I got there.
And a lot of
I-
people do. I think a lot of people either race through the main storyline and you're like, that's it.
Yeah, don't do that.
When there's like
That's
a ton of
it.
there's like main side quest and then there's like
There's so many factions,
so many
side
like
quests.
one thing I noticed was as soon as I got into New Atlantis,
Mhm.
I couldn't even walk in a straight line without 15 people going, oh my God, I heard about this place. Boom, go
Yeah.
there. Oh my God, there are people having problems with this. Boom, go take care of that.
Well-
I was like, I'm not even talking to these people and I'm picking up quests like just by walking by. It was
And-
wild.
It's also such a great thing. Like there's the Bethesda thing of where they reward you for exploring, because that's
Uh-huh.
mainly what I've been doing since I've gone New Game Plus, is which I never do. I usually need a story to keep me hooked, but
Oh, dude.
like
Sandbox
you
games
just go to
have my
some
name on 'em.
random planet and a quest
I
will
love
pop up.
sandbox games. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's how I got into Fallout, because I love sandbox.
But that's why I love Fallout so much, is because games that aren't like a sandbox game don't engage me because I'm like, what's over there? You can't go over there. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, what's in this box? Nothing. Why? Why
Yeah, I
can't
don't like
search
walking
these
a direction and
containers?
all of a sudden radiation's killing you.
Oh,
It's
the
like,
worst
you're not
is,
allowed to go here. So
have you
we're
been
gonna
to Atlantic
kill you.
City yet? Oh my God. Don't go in the water. Good Lord. It's like going into a nuclear zone. 46,
Yeah,
80.
2023 for
Like,
me has been kind of up and down. I mean, personal wise, I've had some issues with my mother, and I've had to put her in. She's had to go in the hospital and things like that. So
Mm.
that kind of skirted me a little
Mhm.
bit there.
It
I'm
does.
like,
Yep.
so that was the stressful kind of situations. But outside of that, things been going pretty good. I mean, I've been doing my classes and all that kind of jazz. So
I know you're a busy boy.
yeah, I'm kind of nonstop. I have recently been doing some more work with Lawrence on the Modus files with my character Frederick, and
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
there should be an episode at some point where he's actually going to have it where I kind of do a standalone episode where it's going to be kind of a story of Frederick kind of thing.
Awesome.
That's
I
pretty
was,
cool.
I was afraid you were going to say he was going to get killed, but
He's
No,
gonna
he's
get
not
killed off
ready
right
yet.
away.
Not
finally
to say
gonna
that
kill
may not
him.
happen down the road. He's done that to most of the characters.
yeah, I was
that
going
I've
to say,
played
because
for him.
that's just what happens with
Yeah,
your
yeah.
character-
That's
characters.
just what he does.
happens.
It happens.
Yeah, eventually I get killed usually. So, but I've been doing multiple roles and
Mhm.
in multiple podcasts now. So it's like I don't know. I'm
Oh,
constantly doing
yeah.
VA work. I'm doing my classes, and me and Maverick launched a new podcast called the 3 Count Thoughts, where I host and we go through.
We have listeners. I
Yeah.
Oh my
just
gosh.
looked today.
And we go through and we discuss a little bit of wrestling history to start off with. The first episode, we talk about the Gold Dust Trio, which is the group that actually kind of started the way wrestling began, in the sense of, predetermined matches and making it where it's a little safer for the wrestler and they don't die, 'cause it was
See,
Sounds
always-
about right.
it was
I
very
didn't know what
brutal
you were
sport at one
referring to
point,
by the
so.
name Gold Dust Trio, because I was thinking of the character and then
Character Gold
there's
Dust.
Stardust.
Yeah.
And there might have been some sort of play on words,
Don't know.
when Gold Dust was created. It might even
True.
been part of it. Who knows?
Vince
but,
is a
you
fan
know,
of history, so
That's what we kind of dive into going down the
Yeah.
road. Maybe one day I'll get into the character of Gold Dust and his,
We'll get into some characters and stuff.
well, yeah, because I wanted to do things like I wanted to also go through like Ricky Steamboat and the Macho
Ah.
Man's match, where
Oh, yeah.
it's
Loved
160
it.
different movements, and Macho Man had to write them all out because he's crazy. And
Yes.
it's just, I was gonna get into some of those nuances and things like that, and then of course, Jim Cornette and that guy just cracks me up.
Oh
no
my
matter what,
God, yeah.
and that, and not, he's probably the greatest historian when it comes to wrestling there is. So, anyway, next.
You're up, Eric.
Okay. So, I mean, really, with me, this past year was when I actually, I guess, decided to try being social more. Um, I've just been so used to playing the games solo, and I've been a part of the community for almost 5 years now, but it wasn't really, and I was social within certain groups like the Fallout Feed group, and had my own podcast and everything else, but it wasn't until like the last year or so that I decided, hey, maybe I can actually interact with these people more in the game, and not just this game either, like Fallout, but other games as well. Maybe I should actually start making an effort of reaching out to people, and with social media too. Like I've had my Twitter since 2009, but I hardly used it until like the last year or so. And it's been great. I've been playing a lot of 76, not just on Xbox, but on PC now. And I've been playing some other games with people, like the Sunday night Redfall streams with some friends. And
It's always fun.
I've been playing Phasmophobia with a few people. I actually played some Phasmophobia last night with some friends. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, and it's been great. I've done a lot of events in Fallout 76 with people. Like I've been a part of a few catfight nights. Was that last Sunday we did
is that an Elgato pub thing?
Yes, that's Elgato.
Okay, I kind of figured it would be.
Anything that cat related probably is.
It's pretty safe bet, right? Oh, hey guys, real quick. We need to take a quick break.
All right.
We'll be right back after this message. Sorry, guys, but we got to get it in there. Hi, welcome to 3 Count Thoughts. Let me introduce the crew real quick.
Hi, I'm Maverick Stone.
I'm Romer.
And I am Jaxxis. Join us as we talk all things wrestling. Each week, we'll take a topic from the wrestling world, knock it around a bit, and then go over the week in wrestling from a strictly fan perspective. We can be found on all major podcast catchers. We can also be found at 3 Count Thoughts on both YouTube and Twitter. Or you can send us an email using 3countthoughts@gmail.com. Okay, are you ready? Ring the bell.
Welcome back.
All right, folks, welcome back. And sorry to cut you off there for a moment. I got to make sure we get paid, All right, let's move on.
No worries. So yeah, there's the catfight nights. Just was it last Saturday? We did the junk camp, or the crack camp
Tours
tours
crack
that
camp.
she was calling it. Yeah,
The crack camp, huh?
That was
They were
fun.
looking for camps that looked like you'd been on crack when you built them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't enter, because I was like, I'm kind of proud of mine. That's actually like I was on. Well, I'll talk about that later, I guess. But I was on a different camp stream that was definitely not crack people related. So I was like, I don't think I should go on that one. But I tried to go to your catfight night, but the server was full and I was really sad. So
we actually had to switch servers too, because we had some trolls.
Yeah, I saw that while I was watching it. But I
there was
actually
one guy-
jumped on with KT and leveled up like 14 times. in the
Yeah,
night.
there was one guy who kept doing the puke emote on me, which was fun.
That is fun.
But
When you
yeah,
get puked on.
he just
And
kept
fall
doing
off.
it too. It was like, why are you targeting me like this? But
What were you wearing? I mean,
I was in my underwear because I
That's
was a
probably
fighter.
why.
Yeah.
oh, I guess
but-
he was showing his non-support of you.
Probably. But it was just this past Tuesday, I made my proper United Wastelanders debut with the Top of the World drop that Jess was doing.
Oh my gosh, that was
Um,
hilarious. Please describe your fall.
Oh, that last one.
Please describe
Um,
this fall.
So I had to leave
Because
a
if you
bit
missed it on
early.
Twitter,
Oh my God. So I had to leave early, and I hadn't been doing well the entire night. I think I was definitely negative points. But yeah, I had to
should have
go.
got bonus points for that.
I was taking care of some personal stuff, and then I came back on. I was like, all right, I gotta go. And like, okay, let's get one more jump out of you. So I'm like, all right, sure, what the hell. So how do I put this? I fell perfectly on the tree.
You impaled yourself
I impaled myself
in a special
through-
place.
Yes, through my special place. So yeah,
You were
can
perfectly
actually
bent over.
Is it like
A
that
tree.
video I saw with the
Christmas
construction
tree.
cone when I was like a teenager?
the star was coming out my backside.
Yes,
So
it was pretty cute. You can't have
man.
this.
So yeah, that's basically what my highlight has been. Not just with Fallout, but with everything. It's just being more social and actually hanging out with a lot of the community over the past year. So
Getting to know the peoples.
Getting to know. Yeah.
I love the look on her face. That's funny. For those who can't see the dog, Sassy's dog just
Oh,
cannot
my
quit.
dog. She's trying to get at something she can't have, like chocolate. And she
Oh.
is determined. She's like all up on me and she's like patting at me and she's like reaching as far as she can to get over there. And it's like, no, just go. She's a bad girl today.
Bad.
Dog
That
dogs
it,
are
Eric?
bad girls.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a bone that she keeps dropping. So if you hear random clackety clack things, I don't know if you can hear it. That's her dropping her bone on a wood floor. My favorite.
Yeah, I got my dog some of those little Nyla bone things. She's got 3 of them. She like goes in between them, like chew on this one for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go chew on this.
Equal opportunity chewer.
Yeah.
I like that. Stop. Seriously. No.
So, what about you, Sassy? What was in your 2023?
Oh my gosh. Well, let me see. So 2023, did some voice work for different podcasts. I started getting into people's Twitches. I mean, weird. It sounds weird, but I started playing with some people who were streaming. Again, like what Eric was saying, like being more outgoing and friendly with other people and like hopping in their streams and stuff and hanging out. Getting into, I think I did my first flash mob.
Oh yeah.
And we did.
That's another thing.
gosh.
Yeah, I was there for that.
I'm trying to think if that was my first one or if my first one was. I don't think that was my first one though. No, yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, the
That
July
was where
one
we
was.
first met. Yeah.
Yeah, the camp. Yeah, because it was the one that we did because she was looking for people who had like a summer themed camp and I have my water park. And I was like, does that work? And she's like, yeah. So, we all showed up and we did the Pioneer Scout flash mob for El Gato Pub. We did another one at Halloween, which was
I missed
fun.
that one, unfortunately.
I don't know. Anyway, things that went out of my head. But I've done some stuff with them and I did some stuff. I don't know. I just like hang out in people's streams sometimes, like, play with them like while they're playing and stuff. Sometimes it's kind of fun. But, it just makes me think about
Universal once.
what I could do. Yeah, I've done that a couple times too. I've not done I've not been a contestant on any of his stuff.
No,
like,
just like
I've never run a
and
race
I
or
was
anything
kinda
like
there.
that, but I've been there on his team and like running around doing stuff, but it's been fun. I think I won something in the chat since he's on PC. He was like, just come into my server and get your whatever it was I wanted because maybe a fixer or handmade or something. And so I got that. It was just like, we just ran around the wasteland doing stuff. It was fun. I've been doing a little more of that, trying to be more outgoing. Back in February, your puppy. Back in February, my son and I made the trek up to Helvetia and went to Foshnat.
Nice.
And that was
Awesome.
a blast. Met up with Knight Taylor, who came all the way down from Wisconsin.
It's so crazy because
Nice.
he was just here with me this year too.
Yeah, I know the dude's been everywhere. He went to the 25th anniversary meetup in DC, and then he went to Foshnat, and he went to New Vegas Day. Well, he didn't go to New Vegas
Vegas Day.
He
No.
didn't because he was in Vegas for TwitchCon.
Yeah.
And he would have gone to New Vegas days, but he didn't want to stay in Vegas for like a month because, or like come back.
I don't blame him.
Later.
I've been everywhere.
But he did make the trip down to Good
Yeah,
Springs.
exactly.
Yeah, so he did make the Twitch. He did come down to Good Springs with C27 Penn during TwitchCon, so they could go to the Pioneer Saloon, and then he met up with
Left his
Jaxxis.
grandma sitting in the car when he was chilling with me. I'm like, what?
Did he really? Oh my
Yeah.
My
What a
grandma
dude.
could come in. I didn't know till the end either. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Wait a
why
minute. What
didn't
do you
he
mean
say
grandma's in
something
the
like, bring
car?
her in and give her some tea? Oh my gosh. What a nut. But yeah, he's driving down again this February. We were just talking about that today. It was like, why don't you fly out to us and then we'll drive you up or something. But I met a ton of cool people. Mod Tater, Best Virginian. God, I can't even think of everybody now. And I know it was like earlier, I was like, oh, I can do this, but now I'm losing it. There was a lot of cool cosplay there. There was a ton of awesome masks. And I'm not going to lie. I know when Brian was there, who plays Chip, he was there, Chipmunk, with his big bobblehead
Oh yeah.
and his Pioneer Scout uniform. So he was out there and he talked to the organizers, and they were giving him statistics of like how big the event had been and how much it's grown since Fallout 76 came out. And I'm not gonna lie, I would say that Fallout people were probably over 50% or more of the attendance. And it has grown.
I mean,
It has grown
we
a
literally
lot.
went from 1,000 people, which we didn't expect to have that many, to like almost 4,000, if not more.
So you had over 3,000, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was in a year's time, right?
Yeah, 1 year later. And
it's
now
crazy.
the first year it was all TKS Mantis who did all the
Mhm.
advertising for it, and that's what
Right.
brought the 1,000 that came. And then
Right.
this year it was
And then everybody else.
all of us, and
Yeah.
then Lawrence and his crew,
Mhm.
and then you had Kenny,
Right.
a big Fallout
Because
for
they got
Hope
Fallout for Hope
showing there,
involved.
yeah.
Mhm.
So it was a lot of people involved this time, and I mean, we tripled our numbers. So
And the thing is, Helvetia is a tiny dot of a town on a mountain, and it's hard to get to, and it's old. Like all the
Apparently
buildings
has
are
no
like
phone
over 100
service.
years old. Yeah, you're on the edge of the quiet zone. So there's no cell service. So, we always say if you're going, print your directions out or something, because you are not going to be able to just pull up your GPS and figure out where you are if you get lost. You're just kind of SOL. Fortunately, you're on a mountain, so not a lot of roads go a lot of places. So probably going to be ended up or down somewhere. So that's a good. But I took one way up there. It was pretty easy getting there and back. Chip took some other way. I don't know, but it was pretty difficult, I guess. And he finally pulled over and asked some cop where he was going. Turned out the cop was there for the event, so he was close.
Nice.
So, but it was crazy.
Any way you can escort me?
Right? I mean,
sirens and all.
but it was so much fun. And yes, there were lines for this or that or whatever. But I ended up opting not to eat at the restaurant, the big gold house where all the wood is in the game.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't think of the house. I can't think of the name now. I didn't eat there because the line was ridiculous and we got there late-ish. But Ma ate there, so it was really good. And I will probably try and get there early enough to eat this year so I can try it out. But everything else was amazing. The people were amazing. Everything was fun. It was well organized. We had our little parade down the street, went around the corner, went down to the bonfire, set the old man on fire, and then we went in and had a big old barn dance in the activity center. It was great.
Burn him.
Burn him. We did. We yelled. I think we were the only ones, but we yelled. There were enough of us yelling. It was awesome. We took video. It was really cool. So that was February. Let me see. I can't think if I really did anything Fallout related. Like I didn't go anywhere Fallout related after that. I was going to try and make it to Vegas days, but that coincided with my anniversary, and my husband didn't want to do that. He wanted to do something else. So we took.
I'm not doing your stupid Fallout stuff for our
I know,
anniversary. We're gonna do something else.
He was like, "Oh, you don't want to go to Vegas for our anniversary. You just want to go so you can run off and go do the Fallout Vegas thing." I was like, maybe. So
he's like, "No, we're gonna go here because there's a Gundam event." No,
he's not into that. But I was like, I figured you'd have other things you'd look at, but I'd be afraid Never mind.
He's like, I'll just go to Fremont. Never mind.
I was going to say, he'll find something that I probably don't want him to do.
Glitter Gulch, here I come.
It's legal. No. But yeah, so, but gaming wise, I played mostly Fallout 76. I did play some Harry Potter when it came out in March. I loved it
I
because
still need to finish that.
who doesn't want to go to Hogwarts?
Yeah.
The game is so beautiful. Everything is just gorgeous. Hogsmeade, Hogwarts, you can walk around all these places. It is amazing.
A lot of these games, unfortunately, I never got to. But yeah, no, I agree from what I've seen.
It's gorgeous. I played 100% on my Hufflepuff character, which I'm a Hufflepuff, and I started 2 other characters so that I could see the common rooms and play because each main quest line is slightly different depending on the house. So Hufflepuff goes to Azkaban, by the way.
Oof.
I tried that
Oof.
Pinocchio game.
And
I'm a Ravenclaw through and through. So
I started Ravenclaw. That's like my second house. I'm pretty sure I'm a secondary Ravenclaw. So I did Ravenclaw and I did Slytherin because I wanted to see what it was like to play as a bad girl, and I just can't do it. You know, like when you steal. So like when the little girl asked you to go get her gobstones off the roof, like because the kids hid them from her. So like as a good person, you would be like, here you go, you know, and when you're doing like a bad playthrough, you're like, oh, I got your gobstones, pay me for them.
Right.
I tried to do that, and she was like, really? And so there was like one option was like, yeah, you're gonna pay me, and the other option's like, I'm just kidding, here you go. So of course I'm like, yeah, I'm just kidding, here you go. Because I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I'm too nice. So I was like, I gotta get into the Slytherin feel, you know, so I couldn't do it.
I think I did finish that
I
one.
could go total Voldemort on him.
I couldn't do it. I need to.
I could do the same. Yeah,
because I learned the 3 deadly curses, but I did not use them.
Yeah, there's a side quest
as a
that goes
Hufflepuff
along with that with a character where he teaches you all that. Yeah,
right, because you do that whole quest line with Sebastian, but
and that's what his name is. Yeah.
I never used them. Yeah, and then I found out my girlfriend was playing the game. She's like, "Oh my gosh, did you get this game?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." So she's been playing it. So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go back and play it now." Especially since we went to in November, my big nerd things are Fallout and Harry Potter. Those are like 2 of my huge nerd things, and then I guess Star Wars falls somewhere down there. But we went to Universal, in November, which was a great time to go. So of course I got to nerd out because I got to hang out in Hogsmeade and I got to hang out in Diagon Alley, which is my favorite. So, that of course made me want to play Harry Potter again, but I haven't gone to the Hogwarts Legacy, but I haven't gone back to it because I've just been busy. Because as we all know, Starfield came out in September, and space is not my genre. I was sure I was not going to like this game. I'm not even sure exactly why I bought it. I guess because it was a Bethesda game. So I went ahead and bought it.
Are you talking about Starfield?
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. Well, I did. And oh my gosh, I freaking love this game. And everybody who says that there's nothing to do,
they're not looking.
You can fly
hard
spaceships.
enough,
they're not really looking hard.
You can build. You can survey every planet. How many are there? It's like 1,600.
1,000, I think. I think they said there's
1,000, but somebody said they had 1,600 scans, and I know that includes like the gas giants, and the ice giants.
Oh.
But
trust whatever nerd that was.
There's not 600 gas giants.
I don't know. Maybe that includes moons. I don't know.
Whatever. Maybe it does include moons. There's a lot of moons.
There's
a lot of moons. And sometimes the moons are more interesting than planets.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's empty. Okay. I'm sorry. Not every planet is going to have like a full civilization like Earth. Not going to happen.
There's still signs of civilizations on ones that look empty. Like
that's the thing that
if you look around these structures and caves, like
you look around and you're convinced that like no one has ever been on this planet before but me. And then you see like there's some structure and you're like, what the heck, man? Like, I thought I was the one who discovered this.
Where'd this beer can come from?
Yeah. And it's like, I was the first one here. No, it's crazy. So I mean, I love exploring. I love like discovering all the animals, species, and all the plants and all that junk.
Some of them are like I found
building outposts where there's cool places, and I love taking pictures in the game because it's gorgeous. And it's just
we've gone
weird
through
and wild.
all of that. What
and that's not
looking forward to for 2024?
Yeah.
For what I'm looking forward to?
Yeah. What are you looking forward to in 2024?
So I'm looking forward to the Fallout TV show.
I think everybody is.
I'm
Yes.
looking
Yeah, yeah,
forward.
yeah. That's a given.
That's the big obvious one. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, that's the big
that's
one.
an obvi. And a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, well, it's not going to be this, it's not going to be that because blah 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 blah." And everybody's already whining because they're like, "Well, the NCR is not going to be in it. Caesar's Legion
Which
not going
is
to be in
not
it."
true. I'm pretty sure they
That's
are.
what I'm saying. I'm like,
I'm pretty sure they
How
will
do they
be.
know any of this? It's all
That's what I'm saying.
speculatory.
I'm like, they're like, well, it wasn't in the trailer, therefore it won't be. And I'm like, really? The whole trailer is going to show you
Because the
everything that
trailer
the entire
covers all the
freaking
content.
series is going to cover.
Yeah.
Which there's a theory
It's
going
a
around that
trailer.
the trailer
It's a
only
teaser.
covers like the first couple of episodes.
And you
if
know
that.
what was in the trailer? I believe
That
was
makes
an NCR
sense.
flag. So it just amazes me that people, and I'm like, really? Because if I see a trailer that covers the entire freaking movie, why should I see the movie if I've seen the highlights in the trailer? I hate that. When you go see a movie and you're like, everything that
reveals
was good
everything,
was
yeah.
in the trailer.
Mhm.
I
You know?
remember when I was like a little kid and movies would come out like Jaws and things like that.
Mhm.
You saw almost nothing of them.
You saw nothing, right? They didn't show you
Almost
anything. They were just like big
yeah.
scary shark, and you were like, let's see it.
Big
You know?
shark,
They
scary.
show like 3 scenes: people swimming in the water, and then a big shark, and you were like, I'm going. That was it.
Mine.
That was it.
Yeah.
They didn't have to show you half the
The
movie. They
first
could just go.
Exorcist, you didn't get to see the whole like half the
Mm.
movie.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, now it's like you
I
got to
agree.
see like a quarter of the movie before you even, before we decide. And then you got to have like 3 versions of it, 3 different trailers to get people to go. It's
The hell
nuts.
is that? Hang on. Sorry.
It's really crazy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And to see how that comes out, especially since, Todd Howard says it's going to be canon. And maybe we'll get to find out how New Vegas was supposed to end, how Fallout 4 ended, or whatever. That'll be interesting if we get to see that. And then what new stuff we're going to have. That'll be cool. I'm looking forward to the expansions that they're going to do in Fallout 76. I'm ready to explore what's beyond the border, south of, Vault 96 or whatever it is. 63. I
Yeah,
don't
the
remember which
Shenandoah
one.
area. That
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
awesome.
psyched about that. That sounds cool. And I'm excited about Fallout London coming out April 23rd. I'm excited about that because that mod, I've been
Now, is
watching
that
that
going
for
to
a
be
long time.
Is that going to be a Fallout 4 mod?
It's going to be a Fallout 4 mod.
Okay.
DLC size Fallout. Yeah, actually, probably more like a whole game size mod coming to Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
That's
of course,
been-
people had to crap on that because they're like, oh, well, that's going to come out before the remastered Fallout 4 is going to come out. And it's like, so what?
Who
You don't
cares?
need Fallout 4 to be remastered to play this mod. Aren't you lucky?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
just gotta
definitely looking forward to
Be on a
that
PC
too,
because
but-
it's so big.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is unfortunately only available on PC because it is
A lot of these DLC size mods are like that.
because they're huge.
They're
huge.
huge.
And and they can't. Yeah, so they're going to be on PC. So if you don't have one, you might want to look into getting one because it looks amazing. And I
Yeah.
know they put a ton of work into it. Everybody complained because, oh, well, I don't think it's really going to come out because they pushed it back and pushed it back. Okay. To me, that's a sign of dedication to put out something quality.
Well,
If you're
I know.
willing to push the date back and take that feed that
People
fallout,
need something
basically.
to bitch about. It's just how
I
they're
know,
wired.
Yeah.
God, isn't that the truth?
I know
Isn't that
just
the
from
truth?
talking with Charo just how much work they've been putting into it.
Yes,
she's
that's
one of
right,
the
There's
artists.
a
she's
ton
an
of work
artist.
they're putting into it.
Yeah, she's done so much art for it. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. It's amazing. And I know, I was just reading through some stuff on the Fallout Ashfall group the other night because there's a big dust up. And it's like, there's a lot of work involved that I don't think people get. People
Yeah.
just don't get like how much work is involved. Like if you're not a dev or whatever, you're not a writer, you're not whatever these people do, because I don't even know, then you obviously don't understand. And you expect everything to be like, oh, can't they just put that together? No, I don't think they
Right.
can. And I don't know anything about this stuff, but I'm going to say no, probably not. Because if they could, everybody would be doing it. So anyway, there's that. I'm looking forward to those.
sure.
Going back to West Virginia for Fashionette in February. Everybody that we met up with last year, we're all getting a house and it's going to be insane. Apparently it's Best Virginian's birthday. It's going to be Brian and Linda Chip's anniversary. So there's a lot to celebrate. So it'll be Ken, Night Taylor, AOL Password, me, Dumpling Head, Ma Tater. I don't know. There's like 10 people. So there'll be a bunch of us in this house that we got. And it's going to be insane. So
That's awesome.
it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun.
Sounds
gonna be
like
wild.
fun.
So I think my son, after I told him all this, I think cause first my son was like, I don't know if I want to go again. Although he had a blast last time, especially when he ran into those New Vegas cosplayers. He was like, yeah, these guys are cool. I think that he's rethinking his decision to not go this year. I think he's thinking about going, so he may go again this year. That will be a blast. Jessica Starr.
Yeah, how's it going, Jess? Good to see you.
A little more we know. Obviously, yes, it is so easy to armchair things that you have no idea about. It's armchair quarterback, isn't that what they call it?
That's just what they
Yep.
do.
No, it's
man.
an armchair ref.
Whatever. I mean, whatever.
Says the
It's
guy
like
wearing the NFL jersey over
everybody's an expert on everything these days. So, it's like I can use Google. I stayed at Holiday Inn, whatever your excuse is. Let's see, what else am I doing here? As far as I know, that's it. But I am gonna try and look into maybe coming out to New Vegas days with you guys in November
I was
because
about to say, what about
it's a
New
week
Vegas Day?
after my anniversary. So, because isn't it like
well,
the 16th?
this year it's going to be the 16th and the 17th, I believe.
here. Yes.
Yes, because my anniversary is the 9th, so I can get away with that.
Oh,
So, yeah,
there's also
I'm
a site you can
gonna-
go to RSVP. Your
I'm going to
spot.
check my work
Mhm.
schedule with that and put those days in if I need to, and I'm going to look into that. That'll be fun.
I've already bought my plane tickets.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look at that
Awesome.
because I want to make sure they're cheap.
I really need to go to one of these days.
And you can
Well,
That's
pre-
you're in the
okay.
middle of the country.
You guys
Yeah.
can
You're
also
just,
like
like, toss a
pre-purchase
coin,
your
man.
hotel rooms and everything because
Yep.
you've got the casinos that are right there by the road that leads up to the Pioneer Saloon,
Mhm.
and it's a massive hotel. If you can get your your spots ahead of time, I would do so because this year it was filled up quite quickly. Thank God I happened to know somebody in town. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had anywhere to stay.
That's true. You do have a bit of an in.
Yeah.
Well, so Brian and Linda offered me this year to fly out to them and stay with them and then drive out with them. And I was like, I think it's cheaper to do that than to try and fly to Vegas, to like fly to California.
If you stay with them like in California,
Well, to go to them and then,
Yeah.
stay with them and then come out with
I was gonna
them.
say because he's got a nice cabin, like in what is it, Big Bear or something like that. He's got a nice like cabin house out there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's
I don't know. He just said, he goes, why don't you fly out here and stay with me and Linda? We'll drive out together. And I was like, okay. But, it didn't work out for me to go this year. So I don't know. I might talk to him and see what we can work out because we were thinking the flights might even be cheaper or something. Not
flying
Vegas.
into California, especially if you were like,
But
it's
if I'm
not
guessing where he's at.
Fun.
No, it's not fun. No,
Well,
flying's
I've flown into
usually never
some
fun.
rinky-dink airports in the mountains that are definitely not fun. I flew onto and off of a mesa in St. George, Utah.
Yeah.
For me, that was definitely not fun.
No, you'll probably
Mhm.
fly into Rubidoux.
Probably,
So
yeah.
that's not bad. If you fly into Rubidoux and then drive with the Big Bear, it's like probably about 40 miles or whatever
That's
up
nothing.
into the hills. Because he lives like out in the outskirts away from everything. So
Oh, that's nice. That sounds actually really pretty too.
yeah, I saw some pictures of his house with his dogs and stuff, and it's a nice place. Yeah,
With his dog meat.
yeah. With his dog meat.
She's so pretty.
What about you, Eric?
Yeah, so
Um,
that's it for now.
What are you looking forward to?
What are you doing next year?
Other than the TV show, just kind of keeping on what I'm doing. Hopefully I can actually stream more. I've been pretty busy and mostly I've just been joining other people's streams these days. But yeah, just that's really about it. Just hoping to do some good work with my podcasts and streaming and just enjoying being a member of this amazing community.
That's what I was going to add, and I forgot.
Well, that's
Yeah.
short.
To write
Completely
more?
forgot to mention that I got to meet Wes Johnson earlier this year.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You
That
did.
is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It
I would
is
like
cool.
to sit down with that guy for like an hour without anybody else around.
He is
would be
the
great.
nicest guy you
I
can.
I wonder if we could get him on to interview him sometime.
We probably
Dude
could
is
if we went
hilarious.
through Kenneth.
Oh, actually,
if we go through Kenny, we might be able to get to
If you
him.
can see this,
He's trying to-
he did this without, like, he just did this for me. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't, yeah. So
that's cool. That's
Nice.
awesome.
Well, he loves the community. I mean,
Yeah.
He
if
does.
we can get in
Yeah.
contact with him, he may not be too adverse to coming on and sitting down and
It's not
talking.
gonna hurt to message and ask.
No, I would probably just go through Kenny to do it.
I feel like Kenny's really
if
busy.
I didn't work weeknights, I would totally take his voice acting class. But
I know.
mm,
One of these days I might, but the problem is that I work at every other week schedule. I never have the same night off every week. That's what's hindered
I'm
me
always
from
afraid
taking a
that
lot
if
of
I
classes.
take like a voice acting class, I'll lose my like naturalness of it. If
I
that
don't
makes any
think
sense.
so.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Though?
Because
It's like
They
'cause
don't
for
teach
me,
you
it's
to.
always
I don't
been
think
this,
they
like,
teach you to
natural
do
thing.
things a certain way. They just more like bring out your natural talent
Yeah,
and
it's
like
about
show you how to enhance what you do and how to do it the right
finding
way.
the character within, like bringing more of that out.
Because I don't know. I going into characters not really hard for me. Like becoming another person is always. I played pretend all my whole life. I always had pretending to be something else. So it was pretty easy for me. It's being a normal human's hard.
Being a normal human. But what is normal? See, I think that's why it's so hard. Because what is that?
But I've always been afraid to like take classes and stuff where I like might try too hard and like screw it up instead of just being naturally, okay, let me try it. Like I'll take it way too seriously and then I'll just like bomb it because I'll be like, oh my god, I know I'm not getting the inflection right. I got to do this again. I don't know.
Reminds me, I need to do some. I need to put some. I need to do some recording first for Brian. I got to get my witchiness out.
Ooh.
Witchiness, bitchiness, whatever. I don't know. But next year, I might actually get my crap together and stream. Maybe.
Yep.
If I can get some help on doing like the main thing to set up like a decent looking
Yeah.
whatever, but like whatever I got to do to like make it work and stuff. So
Well, I would talk to your
Just do
buddy Shreds there,
yeah, I would, but she's a little busy, and I know she's going to be
She's
super busy.
busy.
Right.
She's got a lot of
Yeah,
stuff going on in January on
sure.
top of everything else she's got going on right now.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
getting with Juke and seeing what I can do about this one here. Once
I had
figure
somebody
that out,
else
maybe I can
make an
teach you
offer
what I
to me.
learned.
Probably get with him and
Yeah.
see what he's got for me. Somebody, because I
Yeah,
did a.
Jess here would be great to talk
I'd
to
say
as well.
Jess might
Miss
be
Star.
Yeah.
Miss Star.
Yeah, just all you gotta do is ask. I know. I should just bug Jess about it because that girl never sleeps anyway, so I could probably just bother her sometime at night.
Well, sleep is for
doesn't.
tortoises. So
He does
I
not
remember
sleep.
when I was trying to get her because I interviewed her on one of my shows, and I'm
Mhm.
like, the hardest thing was getting her at an early time. She was like, no,
Yeah,
no,
no.
no, like later the better. And I'm
3
like,
a.m.
okay.
No problem. No problem. 3 a.m. Gotcha. She can
8
do
or 9
that.
a.m. That's a different story.
We're like having conversations like I'm getting ready to go to bed and she's online and I'm like, the fuck you doing up? I'm sorry.
She just got up.
I shouldn't have said that.
What the hell?
Anyway, but yeah, I speaking of Kenny, I got to show off my non-crack Christmas camp on his stream with Bethesda. So I got to be with Lady Devon and Kenny and show off my camp. Stuliar has seen my camp.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't know if you may have seen it before it was done. I think I redid
I think
the
it was
whole
before you
Santa
were still
area.
working on it. You were in the process of building it when I crashed your camp.
You're invited. You can't crash when you're invited.
Fair.
I wasn't invited. I just showed up. Remember how I ended up?
You did. He like showed up in my shelter.
I went all the way in. I was like,
He came
okay,
all the way in.
I know.
Yeah, that
I
was
know
fun.
she's probably in there tinkering.
It
with
was
some
funny
crap.
because
I
he
gotta
was
go find
like,
her.
she's in her shelter and she's not coming out because she's building. I was like, not coming out for hours. I don't come up for hours. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I'm like,
But
hi.
yeah, I
You're like,
gotta-
oh crap.
I gotta
Oh
run.
no!
I gotta go to New Atlantis or whatever, not New Atlantis. Wrong game. I gotta go to Atlantic City sometime with somebody who's not speed running the expedition because KT will run that thing. We can get it done in like 3-4 minutes, I think, maybe 5. I don't know. It's fast. Like he hauls. And I'm like, oh, cool. What? Where'd you go? I'm looking. Where'd you go? I haven't been able to really see it, so I'd like to go sometime and like take my time. So if anybody wants to like do a run in Atlantic City slowly, like the gawkness, and take pictures and have fun on PC, I'm down. I mean, don't get me wrong. Doing the speed runs was amazing. I leveled up like 100 times. No, not that many, probably like 25, but it was too fast.
What about you, Mav? What are you looking forward to?
For this podcast to continue.
I think that's a given.
I have no doubt that you guys will.
I
So
think that's a given.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Anything else? I mean,
so first, one also going back to Las Vegas or New Vegas days, to basically get our numbers up, be more out there among the community, because I feel like we're sort of secluded between all of us. I mean, that's just my opinion. If I'm wrong, I will know from the comments that I'm wrong and everything. And
well, it's based on us. I mean, when it comes to the community, we have to step into the community.
Mhm.
oh, I know that.
If
I
you're
know
like
that. I'm
circling
just
the
saying.
fence on the outside looking in, going, "Hi, I'm over here."
Hi.
Yeah, you do.
You
I mean,
can't do
because I
that. You
know
gotta
like
jump
you're not
over the
even on
fence and
Twitter,
go, "Hey, I'm
and
here."
that's basically where the community lives. So
yeah, you want that engagement.
There's a
you
point.
gotta-
There's
gotta
a
engage.
reason why I'm not on Twitter right now.
Yeah, I try to engage as much as possible. I try to find different ways to engage. I've been doing some live streaming of my own on my own Jaxxis server, and that's where I discovered that hey, I can create my own store, and so I created my own store for Wasteland Jax and created my own character, and I'm working on that persona. And I'm going to build that up, especially when it comes to doing the New Vegas Day stuff.
because there you
And,
go for 2024. We'll have merch.
Well, and then when we get the new, I'm looking forward to right now is the updates that are coming to 76. So that'll get me back into the game and playing
sure.
again for a while. And just,
Taking
see,
the
and that's one thing I want to do is I want to create a store for all the listeners that are out there that are interested in, hey, I want to, follow Roundtable t-shirt and, whatever. I don't have to have one back here sitting in a box waiting for them to hit me up. All they got to do is go to the site and it's already there and they can just do it themselves.
Yeah. That's like what you were saying. I would love to just be able to explore the new areas without having to do an expedition for it. Like, I love the aquarium
on that.
Yeah.
I think that's what the second part is going to be, where we can just go and chill. Because I don't know how many people know that the Atlantic City thing is releasing in 2 parts.
Yeah.
Like we got part of it.
Yeah.
It's coming
in
March.
And I really can't contain my excitement on the fact that I'm really excited about the TV show.
Yes.
That's really got me.
And we will be covering
itching,
it.
man. I'm like,
that is
when's
going to be
this
awesome.
coming out? Like I was the same way when the Halo one came out because I was like, ooh, I really can't wait to get my hands on this.
Hey, did you hear they're coming out with season 2?
Yeah, I think I did see that somewhere.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
But when you saw like
really
how good The Last of Us was, and you're just like, yes, can be a thing. This can be done. And I have faith in
I thought Halo was pretty good. How they did it along with Last of Us.
I loved Westworld. I thought it was great.
Yeah. First couple seasons were really good. Yeah.
They were really
I still
good.
haven't finished season 3, but
yeah. I mean, there's just so much good TV that has been coming up recently and just a lot of it coming back around. That's one thing I was looking forward to. And then obviously I can't wait to go to the event again. And I love the event. This event is going to do nothing but grow and get better. We are already talking about getting more vendors out there. We're going to get more porta potties to come. Mind you, it wasn't as big of a deal. Everybody was actually able to go to the bathroom fine. And it was cool because Steven went down to the dollar store and got these like LED lights and put them inside of the bathrooms.
It was really smart.
That was a really smart idea.
That is a good idea. Nobody wants to go in a porta potty in the dark.
Well, I expected to. I went in there to go to the bathroom. Mind you, I was be a little bit tipsy, I
was gone at this point.
I went in there and I'm like, oh, cool, man. There's a light. Look at the light, dude.
Sounds like he was a
Yeah.
little more tipsy.
Find
I
prop
was
chem
really
boxes
happy. I'm
or
like, I
building
went and found
blocks.
Steven.
Or...
I'm like, man, I love the light. And he's like, what are you talking about?
He's Mothman. I love the
In the
light.
I
bathroom,
love
toilet,
the
man.
light in the toilet.
Well, at that point, it was late. We were waiting for karaoke to start and all that kind of jazz, which I didn't get involved in the karaoke. There's a big old crowd of people over there. It's like, it looks like work. I'll just keep interviewing people. But I mean,
I just do my job.
well, and then, so they're going to be adding more seating on the outside because inside the bar area is kind of enclosed. So it's kind of gets real tight because everybody wants to get close to the stage and all that, which perfectly understandable. But at the same time, we're going to put more seating on the outside around like a kind of like a food court. You're going to have all the vendors there, and then it's going to be a large seating area, and then they're going to have the food court kind of section. And then another suggestion that was brought up was
More
bringing
factions.
in mini games. So that was something that was one of the people that showed up there had suggested is putting in like they have at carnivals or whatever, and then knocking the
Oh, that
bottles
kind of thing.
down and that kind of stuff, and you get little Fallout prizes and stuff. We can come
I
up
was
with
gonna say,
something
you're
for
turning it into Nuka World on tour?
kind of.
Yeah.
Well, they already had, so they had the airsoft shooting there where
The
NCR
NCR
would run that
cosplay
for
group.
us.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So that
that's
was
cool.
part of that. And then there's an area over there that's got a kind of like a memorial wall on it. And it's people that have came in the past and whatnot, because it's a landmark, it was established in like 1813 or 1913.
It's old.
Like very old. Yes. So we had a guy that was actually a courier was his character, but when he took his courier stuff off, he actually was like doing this flame juggling thing.
I saw a video of that guy.
Yeah, dude, that was so cool. I was like, I didn't know you could do that. And he's like, good, yeah.
Oh my god.
Because he was hammered, man, but he was having
Oh
a good
my
old time. But
God.
it was in a nice, good, safe area. And that same area there, I was thinking, this is a perfect like staging area where people that can connect, act out like cosplay stories, and do some real like stage acting right here. I mean, because they had seating there, and it was a nice little environment. And in my mind, I'm thinking, there's no reason we couldn't do skits here.
Wasteland Theater.
Nice.
Yeah, well, because they had like the powder gangers there, they had a bunch of different
NCR
factions there, and
Right.
those factions they were having like their little mock wars and stuff
I
like that.
did see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
you
having
guys could
fights.
do a lot more with a little bit of planning and actually make some really
And script it out.
intriguing stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people
And that
could
would be
sit down and watch
really
this stuff.
fun
Yeah.
and entertaining for everybody else to watch.
I think so. I really
Yeah.
do. I think if
Because
we put a
that's
little
like your
effort into that-
entertainment,
Well, not only that, but he was thinking of adding another stage, so that's
Yeah.
another possibility.
Yeah,
But-
so like you don't just have music, you can go over here and watch, people's version of the game or something.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Well, and then one thing I was thinking of was, have you ever seen those game trucks? They come in
Game
and
trucks.
they'll have like, say, 5 or 6 different PS5s or whatever. And
Oh,
across town, they got the
yeah.
monitors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't have that. I mean,
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Can you
I mean,
imagine?
it would be awesome, but then again, like this is a time for people to be face to face and unplug. Like
Oh,
they
well,
play video games all the time
fair.
at home by
the same
themselves.
thing. You would
you
think
should
that, but at the
unplug.
same time, we had a guy up on stage playing.
Oh, yeah, what's the
I did see that.
Yeah,
Somebody
and
was
he
playing
was
the game.
he was doing
yeah.
like special codes, and you can watch
Yeah.
people do all their like hacking and
Well, doesn't
cracking
he
and
have-
stuff.
Doesn't Steven have like the game in the
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah.
He's
or
got an
whatever where you can
Xbox in
play
the
it?
bar that
Yeah.
well, not in the bar, it's more in the dining area, but he's got
Right.
it set up, and then right there there's a guest book that people can sign. There's like
Yeah,
little
KT signed it.
knickknacks and stuff like that from the Fallout universe. Matter of fact, Knight Taylor, when he went there, he had left
Yeah.
a bobblehead or something behind.
Yeah, he left a
Nice.
couple of things. Night Taylor, KT.
Yeah.
He was there on Bomb Drops Day with C27 pen.
Yeah. I heard you guys talking about that on the last episode. So
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Oh yeah, that's where he left some stuff. Yeah.
Like,
I was talking to him the other day after the camp thing. We were the only ones left on the Discord talking, so we were just blah 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 the whole time. Somebody else's Discord channel talking away.
Awesome.
Well, that's pretty much all I got for, what I'm looking forward to. I mean, I think a lot of us are looking at the same things, but
Yeah.
I think it's-
I mean, the community at large is probably looking forward to all the pretty much the same things too.
yeah.
But we're here for all of your source of speculation and everything.
Speaking of that speculation, if you guys would like to send us a note, whatever, you can find us on Twitter at followrtb, or you can send us an email at followrtb@gmail.com and send us your comments and what was it that you were looking forward to in 2024, and let us know a little bit more about you, and then you can come and visit us on the Discord, which there's people hanging out in there right now, just chit-chatting away and
Just having
have a
fun.
good old time. And then, of course, you can see us every Thursday if you want to catch us live on our Twitch channel or on Kick. Either one, we're in both of those areas, which I didn't really. Yeah, that's one thing. Well, actually, I can see both from my OBS studio, so at least I know that when somebody's in both areas. But yeah, we're also on Kick. So if you prefer Kick over Twitch, then you can go there and find us as well. Alrighty, and then everybody. Have a wonderful night. Say good night, folks.
Night.
Good night, folks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.